Dear students, today I am here with the summary of the chapter Keeping It from Harold. Before I begin, let's understand the title of the story, that is Keeping It from Harold. So Harold is the name of the boy who's 10-year-old, and keeping it means keeping something secret from this boy. So what is it all about? Let's understand it through the summary. So Harold's father, Mr. Bill Bramble, was a professional boxer. The Brambles were somewhat ashamed of Bill's involvement with such a violent physical sport. So they decided to keep the father's profession a secret from their extraordinarily intelligent son. They feared that the revelation would upset the child and put him in an embarrassing position among his friends. Hence they resorted to falsehood and projected Bill as a commercial traveler. The story begins at a point when Bill was due to fight his last bout in a week's time and was training hard with his trainer, Jerry Fisher. A victory in the bout, which was against an American boxer Murphy, would fetch Bill a handsome amount of 500 pounds, and a defeat would still ensure that he was richer by 120 pounds. The amount will enable the parents to give the best of education to Harold, who was showing all signs of being a prodigy. However, what made Mrs. Bramble feel more satisfied and relieved was the fact that it was going to be her husband's last fight, after which they would no longer have to hide his real profession from their son. As she sat dreaming of the happy times when they wouldn't have to hide anything from their son, Mr. Bramble, along with Mrs. Bramble's brother, Major Percy Stokes, came home, having quit his training session. The Major had convinced him that his participation in the contest would be given a wide coverage in the newspaper, and if Harold saw his picture along with the details of the fight, he would get to learn the well-guarded secret and feel ashamed of his father's profession. Mrs. Bramble was shocked to hear of this development, for she strongly felt there was no point in foregoing the big money that would come handy for their son's education. While the argument was still going on, Mr. Bramble's trainer, Jerry Fisher, also arrived there looking for Bill. He tried his best to take Bill back with him for the training, but Bill was adamant. Even as this heated exchange between the boxer and his trainer was on, Harold appeared on the scene and everyone was dumbfounded. Quite miffed and angry at Bill's decision to quit, Fisher disclosed his real identity to Harold. Harold was utterly shocked at the revelation. He was upset, not because his father was a boxer, but because his parents had hidden the father's real identity from him. The child felt very bad when he told that Bill was no longer going to fight Murphy. He was worried that he would lose his 2-coin bet with Dickie Saunders that Murphy would not last for 10 rounds in the face of young Porky. He surprised everybody with his knowledge and understanding of boxing and his great interest in it. Rather than feeling ashamed of being the son of a professional boxer, Harold declared that if he had known the real identity of his father, he would have moved about in the school holding his head high, and no one would have dared to tease him by calling him Goggles. He found no wisdom in his father's decision to quit fighting. He called it a silly idea. Now that Bill's boxing career was no longer a secret and the child's pride in being the son of such a renowned boxer had become obvious, Bill went back with Jerry Fisher for his training with a renewed enthusiasm. All the anxiety of the Brambles were over now. For Harold, a new phase of school life was to begin when he would go squonking about being the son of young Porky. That's all for today. In case of any doubts or queries, you can drop us a message on Instagram, or you can also drop them in the comment section below. I'll revert to them as soon as possible. See you in the next video. Till then, bye-bye.